I'm convinced that all the good men are either at home, at the gym, or at work. And the reason why all the women out there are saying, I can't find a good man, where are all the good men at? Yeah, you guys scared them off. I'm a boss babe, I can do it myself statements, and now they're focusing on themselves, ignoring women, living a peaceful life with a dog instead who actually loves and respects them.
Don't more women ask men out because they don't want to? I think the data is something like 87 or 88% of women still would prefer a man to ask them out. And this gets right back into the conversation about the women's movement and rights and responsibilities. It's like we want the chivalry and the responsibility that we had in the 50s with all the rights that we have today. It doesn't work like that. There is this missing conversation about dropping the proverbial white handkerchief, this collaborative energy that used to exist between men and women.
You can't build a life with someone that...
Yes, it's... What is missing is the exchange, the even exchange. We have now not come through on our end that basically we will stick by you no matter what. You're our loyalty, because that really matters for men. Like, we think it matters for us, but it's way different. It's way more important for men. Like, we carry their children, for goodness sakes. Like, they want assurance that it's going to be theirs. They need that, you know? And that's what we've lost. So we can't expect that they're going to want to come running at our door and doing all these extra things, especially when on the flip side of things, women are making them look bad, look silly, look goofy, that they're just some creeps or something. Like, yeah, if, again, shoe on the other foot, when they do that to us, that doesn't feel very good, does it? Yeah, that's what it is. But it's so overly extended on the women's side that they're like, dude, how do I even know who I can or can't approach? Like, why would I even give up my time to do that?
Quite literally rolling around in horse trying to get this bottom thing off my car. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying to get this off.
I always wanted to be like independent, boss girly, and not that I don't want to be that anymore, but I just can't afford to be that anymore in this economy. So I'm gonna need you guys to step it up and set me up with one of your primos, one of your brothers that is ready to month in advance.
That ship has long since...
Yeah, that's the thing, is that even in that mindset, you're still not in the right mindset to deserve somebody who's gonna help take care of you. Like, you have to be so humbled. Like, you need to be humble, and we've lost. You know why we love that, like, 1950s princessy type thing, is because they knew how to be feminine. They knew what that meant to be truly feminine. When you are truly feminine, that then attracts truly a masculine man that wants to provide, protect for you. But when you're not being a true feminine woman and you're like, oh, I'm just fed up with it now I'll take you on, do you think that that's going to make him want you? Because you're not doing the work within yourself to truly be more feminine. You're just pretending. You're fed up, and so now you want what you want out of it. Like, that does not sound like a good deal, like, at all.
Yeah, if she doesn't know what to offer, if she has she has no idea what to offer, she's just like, I'm
ready now, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, how does that seem attractive at all, you know?
I don't want to be strong. I want to be soft. I want to be loved and supported. As a strong woman, I am tired. Being strong is not a compliment. It means suffering in silence. I don't want it. I want to rest. I want to cry and not be seen as a weak person.
You're telling me, as women, this is what we fought for? To go to work. To work. In any conditions. Impossible.
Isn't it wild how feminism...
It's crazy. Like, gentlemen, this was how it was at my job all the time. Like, I want to know in the comments, this is how my experience was at work. Every day somebody's complaining about why they're there. They don't want to be there. Oh my gosh, when can I leave? All this stuff, fighting over who gets cut first, because I was a waitress, you know, typical. But what is it like in the men's area? Like, do y'all genuinely, like, I'm sure you're human, so you're not going to love it all the time, clearly. But, like, I'm talking every day. like every single day at work. Like it's normal. It was a normal thing. So I want to know in the comments, is that how it is for men at work? Or are y'all like, nah, we're here to do what we got to do because we got to do it? That seems more like how y'all would behave, you know?
Just take note. It wasn't a bear that pulled over to help her.
This is kind of what's happened the last 50 years. We said, please let us work. We want to work. Let us go into the workforce. We want to do it. And the men said, you're going to hate it. And we said, no, come, we're going to love it. You guys get to wear suits. I want to wear a suit jacket. And the men said, are you sure? You want to do the military? We said, yeah, I love camo. And they're like, no, you have to do what? Camo. They said, all right, ladies, go ahead, go do the jobs. And we did. Now, 50 years later, we're like, this is kind of hard. I don't get to really see my kids. This has been tough, but we're ready. We're ready to go back to the kitchen. We're ready. And the men are like, what? You guys have just shit on us for for 50 years. You guys have all these tattoos statistically. You have all this debt. I'm not paying this debt. You guys aren't even in shape. Good luck. And that's where we get the what do you bring to the table conversation. They're like, what can you bring me?
Yeah, and we are not
Be careful.
teaching amongst women because this is generational now. Like 50 years, like it ain't my fault what grandma did 50 years ago, but it is my fault what I do with my life 50 years later. Does that make sense? Like regardless of what your grandma and your mama taught you, it's hard. You got to step outside of that. You have to fight against all the things that they may have taught you that you thought for so long was correct, but they were wrong. They got tricked like goofy women do. We get tricked. That's how it goes. Especially when you're not following a man properly, you're going to get tricked. That's why they came for us and we fell for it. So now the only way to fix it is to walk it back. Like they did what they did. Okay, that was 50 years ago. And now we're like, yeah, what the heck? This is trash. Like, what is going on? Yeah, well, now we have to do what it takes. Now we have to do even more than what it takes, which means sometimes when you get with a guy and you're like, oops, I chose the wrong guy. Too bad. You got to stick with him. You got to keep those kids. You got to. And 9 times out of 10, he's really not that bad. It's you. But I'm just saying that, yeah, you're going to have to do extra due to what they chose. And trust me, when I figured that out, like that no one around me has done any self-evaluation within themselves, because this is really hard to do. I have to go back into my past and count all the times or take accountability for my end of things. Oh, man. Did y'all do that? None of you? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, well, we have to. Yeah. That's what it is.
A lot of women do what Cardi B did, and they leave their own cheater for another woman's cheater.
But think about that. No, it's your fault for your picker, for you choosing. You chose that. You chose both men. But that's the thing, is that you have to take part for what you choose. Like, you can only control yourself. You can't control the man. Sorry, as much as we want to control men so bad, that's our nature, but we can't. We can only control ourselves.
For kitchen keys after torching the recipe book. Bring real value now, or enjoy solitude with your own cold coffee.
I don't want people being stuck single. Women are the most depressed demographic in America right now is 45 and over single women. So I don't want a bunch of women to end up 45 plus single and fucking wondering why. Why am I 45 plus single? You know, I've been happy this whole time. I've been going on these vacations and having sex with all these guys. Why the fuck did I lose? I did everything right. I did what feminism and what all my girlfriends told me to do, and I'm sad now. So I like to do this show because I want to show y'all there is a whole other side of things. Feminism does lie to you.
This is the heartbreak no one warned.
I love that guy. Who is he?
I don't know. We got to figure out.
Yeah, who is that gentleman? Let me know in the comments. Like, because what a sweetheart. But see what I'm saying? Like, y'all, even when y'all are drugged through the mud, y'all's benevolence just can't help but be like, but let me help you. Like, let me help you with this. That's why y'all are leaders.
Is somebody who's closer to 40, no kids, never been married.
I missed it one more time. Tired of being lonely.
Somebody who's...
Sorry, y'all. Let me read it. Tired of being lonely. Let's make a deal. You like me and say good morning and I'll text you. Huh? Oh, so you won't Text first? Is that what that is getting at? Okay, ladies, let's talk real quick. You know how I was just saying that we need to do more on our end? Yeah, like that we got to do that now. Especially when you could really lose a good guy, a good opportunity. Text him first. What does that matter? Like, text him first. If you knew that the next second he's going to go and be in someone else's bedroom the next day, but all because you didn't text him, like if you could be in one of those movies where you could see all the butterfly effect of things, and then he ends up with somebody else down the road and married and happy, wouldn't you just text him first? Yeah, let's text him first. Don't listen to your girlfriends. Don't listen to your mamas even. Text him first. Give him everything. And then if he decides that he doesn't want to be with you, take that and go. Like, that's okay. That's a lot better than living with the regret that you didn't do that. I promise you. And that's what a lot of our problem is that we're mad at the guy that we were playing games with, not texting first, and because he went off and got happy and got married.
Is somebody who's closer to 40, no kids, never been married, a red flag?
As a guy who's been divorced and has kids, a woman who's over 30, has never been married and doesn't have kids, she's not a prize to me. Like, you're a high risk, like extremely high risk. Practically speaking, 56% of first marriages end in divorce.
56% end in divorce.
Right? And 75% of them are initiated by women.
Mm-hmm.
So really, your first marriage is the fuck up, right?
That's right.
That's real.
It really is. And what happens more times than not is your first marriage will probably dissolve in divorce within the first 10 years, and it will probably be initiated by the wife in highest probability. Yeah. Why would I attach myself to a woman who's never been married? Statistically.
Something we don't know, again, because we aren't taught properly. And honestly, don't take that as shade to your mamas and your grandmamas. I think that they were just tricked. They fell into the trap, and they were hard-headed as well, and it sounded nice. Okay, I can reason with that. Like, you can get tricked. Okay, we're the weaker vessel. That's what it is. But I think that one thing that we've missed here is that we need to know amongst women to women is that when you get older, the older you get, the harder it is for you to listen. The harder it is for you to be led and molded, because the truth is that isn't that the kind of guy that you want truly? That is able to teach you things, that is able to lead you, that is able to let you know what the world really is. That's how it is supposed to be. And the longer that you take to do that, the harder that it is for you to understand that and to be molded, to be shaped. So that's why they're saying, at 30, because that sounds young. And back when I was in the world, 30 sounded young, but yet when 25 hit, I'm like, oh no, I don't have kids yet. COVID's here. I'm panicking. Like, there's an internal clock. Listen to that.
That's so good.
I already gone through my fuck up.
Right.
I'm not about to do it again.
You're going through the globe now.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's why I prefer a woman who has been married.
Most women overlook that the wall.
I'll keep moving it.
And wow, gentlemen, that's interesting. He said that you prefer a woman that has been married if you do take someone on at 30. So y'all aren't even against taking on someone that was married before. Like, think about that. Like, and we're still out here single. When y'all are even willing to take us on after divorce and having kids possibly, y'all are still willing to take us on. What is the excuse? Like, I genuinely care. Like, what is the excuse? It is us. It falls on us that we are not being grateful. Because then those men that do take us on, are you looking that as, he didn't have to take you on? That because he's still, when men get even hotter as they get older, we get not hotter as we get older, okay? And what happens is that they could get the younger ones that don't have that kind of stuff. That's what it is.
The market moves on, indifferent to complaints or unfairness.
Being in your late 20s is so hard. I've seen a few people talk about this and just kind of the loneliness of your late 20s, and especially people who are kind of in this middle stage of, hey, I'm not married, don't have kids, not in a relationship, but I'm also not going out every weekend. I spend a lot of my time by myself. I live alone. I come home from work, I go to the gym, I spend my evenings alone. And on the weekend lately, I feel like I've been so exhausted that all I want to do is like spend time by myself. And I'm struggling with questions about work. You know, am I passionate about what I'm doing? Am I good at it? Should I be traveling right now and not working? Or should I be trying to work remotely so that I can travel? Like, there's just all these things that I think I would like to experience. And it's hard to know, well, when am I going to experience those things? But
if she struggles in her late...
Yeah, that's bound to happen. Like the see what I'm saying? We do have an internal clock. Like you have instincts. But what a lot of women do is they go to their friends when they start feeling those instincts. And then what friends do is that they tell them, no, girl, you're great how you are. Somebody's going to come along. The best guy ever that you ever could imagine that you ever want in your life. That's who's going to come to your door one day magically. That's the type of stuff that friends are doing. When you're in your 20s, your late 20s, not telling you like, yeah, maybe you should really get serious about dating. Yeah, maybe it is really, because, you know, it does get harder to have kids the longer that you wait. That's the type of stuff we need to be telling each other. But we don't, you know? And it's like, gentlemen, why would you even want to take on, what's your age limit? Like, what's your age limit? Because hearing the 30 thing, even if they're divorced, that y'all would do that because at least they were in a marriage. I'm curious what majority of y'all's age preference is, in all honesty, and what your age is, if you don't mind. And I'll see you in the next one.